None of it.
I want to know why
that
was a little creepy.
Just runs.
Jeez, I was like, I don't want to play with you guys.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Where's the receipt? You don't have a receipt, so don't fucking talk shit about me, bitch.
This is not.
And you know what? And you know what? For as long as I am on here, I'm gonna make you feel very fucking uncomfortable every time because of that residential school children bullshit that you pulled, and you keep fucking pulling.
Oh damn!
I mean, to be honest, if you're gonna throw the R word out there, like you racist too, because y'all was calling us wetbacks and shit.
That's true.
Can you put me on the big screen? Thank you.
Post it.
All right, I got you.
50. And listen,
You said you gonna keep making my life a living hell. Is that what you said?
I'm gonna keep talking about you is what I said.
The residential school thing is anti-indigenous. You gotta admit that.
Okay. Well, listen, I tell you what. Let's not talk about it on the app. Let's be about it because this is where I'll be. December 28th, December 29th. The address.
We're asking for receipts.
We're asking for the receipt.
Receipts. Where did she go?
Running.
What?
She runs again. What a fucking clown. Okay, let's get this clown out of here.
Racist ass either comparing indigenous
She's a
people
fucking
to birds.
clown. She ain't even fucking doing shit. You know what? I'm gonna block her. She's fucking done. I don't play with that clown ass shit. I'm sorry. Then she's gonna go around. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna go say they kept dropping me. That's what they fucking do, and it's fucking aggravating.
Don't block her. I mean, Beforall, because yeah, you're not real. Beforall. No one.
I didn't drop her.
No one called Child Protective Services on you, girl.
I already blocked her. Did you unblock her? Because I blocked her.
I'm gonna unblock her.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. I think that's.
Oh, there you go. And I didn't drop her. Just so you know, I didn't drop her. I let her do what she always does. She always fucking runs.
Oh. Why y'all calling us wetbacks? That's what I want to know. Fuck, drop and come back up. I'll let you up.
Right. So I do have the video. We'll be posting it on my live. You are welcome to come, NativeVibez. I have it.
Wow, go ahead, play the receipt right here. Where did you
I ain't gonna fucking go patronize somebody's live. I haven't given you the views.
Play it right here. Why y'all chicken shit?
Play it here.
Come back up.
Play it here.
Why are y'all blocking people? Because
Play
I'm not
it here.
right now.
Nobody's
because
See?
I haven't saved.
See what I told you?
Nobody.
See what I
That's.
Now, this is her saying they went to my husband's family. She has the report. Don't worry, I got that report. And it was right after you had said you had been working with Rob. Like I said, I'm not home. I'm in my car. And as soon as I get home, I'm going to have a whole live about your ass. I'm going to have a whole fucking live about your ass because you racist. You reconnecting bitch. This is what's so funny about you reconnecting. This is so funny. What's so funny about you reconnecting natives, right? Now, nobody says they're reconnecting to blackness. Nobody says they're reconnecting.
I need to address this because it's incredibly frustrating. Legal is not a connected native. She was born and raised in Los Angeles, and neither she nor her family is from Mexico. She doesn't even speak Nahuatl, which I know for a fact because I've personally heard her asking native mamas for resources to learn a native language. She's a complete fraud, just like the entire circle featured in this video. As I've told BGP before, many non-black people on TikTok think they can escape being labeled as pretendians simply because they aren't black, but that's not the case. Anyone with no genuine connection to native tribes is a pretendian, just like the black pretendians. This Chicano clique has been causing unnecessary drama. They frequently use racial slurs, defend each other's usage of those slurs, and falsely claim native identities to excuse and mask their harmful behavior. Typically, I refrain from saying anything that could help them refine their cosplaying, but this situation has reached a point where it must be addressed. Legal consistently lies about simple things, including her job status, native identity, and even how much native languages have influence on Spanish in Latin America. Lying about such basic matters only reveals her as a fraud.
Even down south, their Spanish is not Mexican. Is not correlating with European Spaniard Spanish either. Down south, you've got a mixture of Portuguese and French. In Central, you've got a mixture of French and
Do you think it's because they're do you think they don't do you think it's because they don't want to go through that the work of actually learning their native tongue?
That's what I'm saying, is they know their native tongue.
No, they don't. You're all going for one language when there's indigenous people down there
No one is going
that
for one
speak
language.
different than you guys, and you guys can't even understand them.
Well,
So
like
That's the indigenous
we don't
people.
understand
I don't know.
Spanish.
I just heard about it. I don't know
We
their
don't
language, but I know you guys
understand
can't understand them.
well, like
Europeans-
the
you guys can't
what
do.
now? What?
Europeans don't know what we're saying, unless we
No,
speak
I'm
it-
talking down
unless we
there.
speak Castilian.
What happened was I was a gamer. I was in a Spanish group, and we had a Spanish WhatsApp. They all spoke Spanish. They were all from Europe, as from all over South America, Central. They were all able to communicate in one language, and it was Spanish.
That's not what their Spanish is.
I was able to interpret through Google and interpretation apps, as well as communicate with them. So there is one language where they understand each other.
Right, but that's to speak Castilian. I just said that.
Yes.
Porque
But I don't wanna speak it.
Porque si yo te digo la neta, a Spaniard has no idea what that means. But it's
fact
not
that-
what Spanish. It's
Okay,
not what Spanish.
Okay, can
but
I
they
talk?
won't know what I'm saying.
Holy fuck.
You don't have to defend it so hard. We just I'm just like
That you're saying
not
that
that
they
I'm defending
can't.
so
The
hard,
fact
it's
that
just that I
you're
keep
saying that
getting
they
you
can't. The fact that you're saying that they can't understand each other is wrong, because there are ways that they do.
It's absurd to fabricate something as fundamental as this. Mexican Spanish is widely known as one of the most natural forms of the language. While Nahuatl has undeniably influenced Mexican Spanish, its contributions mainly pertain to terms of native origin and aren't significant enough to make the language unrecognizable to Spaniards. It's entirely reasonable for Europeans to understand what's being said in Latin America. Although I typically allow people like Legal to expose themselves through their actions, I felt compelled to call her out in this instance. It's time to hold individuals accountable for their repeated misrepresentation and harmful behavior.
To blackness, right? So
She's
y'all get up
connected.
here and accept these white motherfuckers and natives.
She's connected.
white?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
nobody
So
cares.
You wanna
listen,
drop me because I'm calling you mother-
I fucking
No one's
screenshot that
copying.
and what she wrote on there, or what she's posting. I'm not even on that fucking screenshot.
You fucking
Stop.
Calm down, man. Your breath
Calm the fuck down.
Hey, no one's yelling.
So I screenshot that. She's saying that that's a receipt. I'm not even on that fucking thing. I'm not even on there. What fucking receipt?
Someone drop her.
I
She's
did.
not-
She wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Okay, let her talk. Let her talk, because you're not even on that screen. And
No.
no one.
I'm not even on that fucking screen.
Wait a minute.
I'm not
Vegas,
even on that
wait.
screen, you dumb bitch. I'm not even on that fucking screen, you dumb bitch. You
Wait,
dumb
let
bitch.
her-
I'm not on that screen.
Let her talk.
white bitch.
Right.
Come see me, white bitch.
Right,
Come see
let her
me, white
talk.
bitch.
Oh,
Hey.
she's like, oh
Vegas.
my god.
Colorism.
Vegas
Can I get
just-
the recording?
Oh
Can I
my
get the
God.
recording for this, please? I need it for my fucking police report. Thanks.
Okay, Vibes. Can I bring her up? But you're gonna stay muted. I just want to see if she's got any receipts, because so far no one has receipts.
It's just a screenshot.
No.
They've been saying it for fucking months and ain't nobody posting.
Yes.
Yeah, and ain't no way
Mia Moore,
CPS
shut up. I'm
ain't no
fucking
way
tired of him talking shit in the comments. I really am.
ain't no way CPS is gonna take a call from Canada in the United States. They're not gonna take the call. So let them eat their crap. But in the meantime, I'd like to have her show whatever receipt she's got. Can you stay
I
muted?
screenshot her receipt. I'm not even in that fucking screenshot.
I know,
Her supposed receipt. That's so funny.
I mean, how are you gonna say you got the receipt and you're so eager to come up here?
How are you gonna post something and say that's my receipt and it's not even there?
I know. Take a breather.
And this is the shit I'm so fucking tired of. This fucking childish bullshit.
It is.
I agree. Let's be real. And, if no one's got these special receipts, these magical receipts, then, let's come to an agreement and squash this crap. Obviously you did not call because you're from out of the country, and there is no social worker that is gonna go and on something that is called from outside of the country. They're gonna ask for actual visual testimony. That's the procedure. I know because I've been working at this for decades. I've been helping parents reunite with their kids for decades. It's not just like that. And if they don't have receipts, they do need to come clean, apologize.
Not only that, but if she's so pressed about you allegedly being the person that called, it's called a release of information form, right? And it's across the board, so it's nationwide from East Coast to West Coast, right? And it's basically you fill it out.
Here they go. Willow, you a bad mom. Oh my fucking
she
god.
could have gotten the investigative report.
This bullshit doesn't end. You know what? Do you know how fucking adult you're acting right? Oh, you guys muted her.
You don't know Willow, dude. You don't know Willow, so what makes you say that? See what I mean? You guys probably called Child Protective Services on Beforall. You're the ones that are accusing people of what kind of parents they are without ever seeing anybody with their kids.
Fucking clout chasers.
Guys, leave it alone.
Fucking clout chasers.
No, just leave it alone. If they want to say I'm a bad mom, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I said earlier.
Check this out. Sister, check this out. Say you're a baddie mom. You're not a bad mom. You're a baddie.
You're a baddie.
And everything on TikTok, and you're right, Legal. Who's to say that one of her own didn't fucking call? Because they fucking do that shit. They create drama just for the fucking clout and the views and all that shit.
And you know what?
Who is on here fucking 24/7? Not me.
Right. And like I said before, you know what? I've got a 20-year-old. He's married. He's got a baby on the way. He's got a damn good job making bank, so much that he was able to buy a $200,000 house, okay, to take care of his wife and his soon-to-be newborn baby. My daughter's going to veterinarian school, got a full scholarship. Her fiance, and yeah, she's already engaged, which sounds crazy, but you know what? You can't tell them kids that they ain't in love when they say they are. But her fiance has decided that he's going into the Army. So he will be shipped out in June, I believe it is, to right after graduation to boot camp. So if I'm such a bad mom and my kids turned out that great, then hell, I'm a bad mom. I'll wear that proud.
She forgot to put the ass in there. You're a bad ass mom.
I'll wear that proudly. Because there ain't one mother on this earth that can say that they was perfect and that they had never made a mistake.
No, and there's no book on parenting, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Every child is a different, it's like a different learning experience. Every situation is a different situation. It's a unique thing that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's kid learns to walk at the same time. Nobody's kid learns to talk at the same time. You know? So like, who the fuck are you to like chime in on what somebody's parenting experience is or isn't?
I find it really funny that Beforall just kept dropping from the panel. And remember when I said she's gonna go tell everybody that we kicked her? Sure enough, what does Jazzy say? Jazzy says that we dropped her. Jazzy's the only one I fucking dropped. I'll admit that. I kept dropping that loud ass bitch. Because she talks for nothing. Loud for nothing.
Vibes is on some shit. Damn, everybody's in the hallway.
Bro, somebody let up
Right?
let up silent effects.
Hold up, I didn't get a thingy on my thingy. Hold up.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, but I didn't
don't-
get like nothing. Oh, here it is. That's weird.
She starts looking fucking side-eyed. I'm dropping her. I'm sorry. I'm done with this bullshit.
The thing is that there is no receipt, so if we could just squash it, let them, admit to it, come clean. An apology would be great for the false accusation. That was pretty cold, but it doesn't have to get to that, is my point. It's a false accusation. They did it, then the rumor spread, but it never happened. It's my point. The silent, I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're all good. I'm not here to cause drama. I just want to ask questions to establish a timeline. When did this event occur? Like, when did she let people know that someone called CPS?
Within over the summer.
Yeah, it's been months.
Last time I spoke in a comments section of Beforall's was over a year ago.
So she's making an accusation that you called CPS and the event happened over a year ago?
Me saying in the comment section, I'm going to say this. I didn't call, but I did say in the comment section because she was attending, holding very toxic lives, and her kids were all in the background. 1-2 o'clock my time, so it would have been about 4 or 5 a.m. in her time. Like anywhere from midnight to 2 o'clock in my time, so that would have been she's about 2 or 3 hours ahead of me. And I would say in the comment section, someone calls CPS on her. These kids should not be awake. These kids should not be hearing this toxic shit. I did not say I was going to. I don't have the fucking... Okay, for one, I don't even know where she lives. 2, I don't have the authority to do that. What these ladies are talking about, I'm in Canada. I don't have any kind of resources to call wherever the hell she would be. Is there like a general United States wide CPS line?
There's a 1-800 number, yeah, but then they kind of dispatch you to the appropriate region, yeah.
Okay. So.
And I only know this woman's first name. I never did know her last name. I only knew her as her first name. So how is it that I'm able to do all of this and not know? And that's the same thing with Mateo. And Mateo was calling women, the thing was in Lakota's life, Mateo was calling women B's and C's in front of his kids. And I felt that was really inappropriate. And then I was talking about it later when Mateo was going after me. I said, you're lucky I didn't call CPS on your ass.
Okay, did Beforall post any proof that someone called CPS on her?
We haven't seen nothing.
No, we gave her two chances. Even Jazzy didn't post. I screenshot what Jazzy posted as a receipt. I'm not in there. I'm not saying whatever she is claiming me that I'm saying.
Well, and here's the thing too. If this happened months ago, right? Like I said, you fill out your request of information form, right? With your name, the child's name, when this alleged incident happened and stuff like that. If you have the SCR number, then you would apply that information in there, right? And it takes anywhere between 90 to 120 days for you to get a redacted version of the investigative report. If that was the case, like, you would have had the packet by now and they would have been able to figure out who called.
Right. I mean, I
And
get all
Lunar Bell,
anonymously, but
just a pause for a second here. Lunar Bell saying cop callers are shit. Actually, no. That's what gets you guys in fucking trouble all the time. When it gets to a point where people are fucking threatening your life, then you need to start taking it seriously. Don't fucking come at me with cop callers are shit. Stitches, snitches get stitches bullshit. That's fucking child ass shit. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Silent.
you're good. Okay, so I'm trying to piece the dots together. Well, connect the dots on this one. Because usually, I don't know, I think it's state to state, so it might be different over here. But yeah, you would have to post some type of proof or findings
No,
for calling CPS. And over here, usually they don't really they don't really come to your house with one call. They'll call you first. So I'm trying to see when it happened and how she found out who did it. And I'm guessing if someone did call CPS, she assumed it was you because you said what you said in the chat, that someone should call CPS. That's what I'm assuming.
She's just trying to
even if that was
demonize
the
me.
case, yeah, even if that was the case, and let's say, for example, because we know, like, state to state, county to county, everything operates differently, right? But the whole discovery process is the same. So even if they didn't do, an actual investigation, you would have still had the notes to that call, right? And you're still you're still able to access that information. So if there was this alleged call, like I said, you would have got the information faster than 120 days. If there was no actual investigation, you would have gotten the notes in less than 120 days. If there was an investigative process where a report was drafted out, then yeah, it would give you a couple days for them to get it together.
Right, right. That's what I'm assuming the process was. And if you called anonymous, I don't really think she would know the name of the person who called because I don't think they disclosed that, if I can remember correctly. I
No,
don't
they
think
don't
they told
disclose
me.
it, but that's why I said you would receive a copy of a redacted report. But even then, it would be like its own documentation, like its own pages of what the caller said. It would say caller called on this day, the time, and everything else, and that this was the narrative given for the reason of the call. So if it would have been like off of TikTok, like it would have said somebody called off of TikTok and said X, Y, and Z. If it was somebody that was close to her that called, they would have said like somebody close to the family called or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't give you
This is around the time that, from what I remember, people are talking about her living in her travel trailer. So it's very possible wherever she parked that thing that somebody around her, like I said, somebody around her probably reported her because, a travel trailer is not a stable environment, considered a stable environment to raise children in.
Right. So did she bring this up when it happened, or is she just bringing it up now? Because I wasn't on TikTok at this time. I'm sorry. So you have to help me.
They've been saying it for quite some time. They've been accusing me for quite some time.
But the whole travel trailer thing, they've changed that in the past few years, though, because there are people all over the country that are homeschooling their children and traveling in RVs and travel trailers and stuff, and they're living in them. The whole tiny home epidemic thing, or whatever you want to call it, gone. So I don't see why somebody calling on somebody over a travel trailer is really going to get anywhere.
because some
That wouldn't
people would
be.
consider that educational neglect.
I know in my city, travel trailers parked on the street do get called. Like, they call the bylaw officers because there is a law. There is a law against parking your travel trailer plugged into your house in front of your street or in your driveway.
Okay, but
So
that's parking it, but that wouldn't be like living in it,
No,
no,
right?
it
they
depends
have
on the
the law.
state.
You can't
Oh,
live in your trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on the state. Like here in the state of Illinois, you only have 5 days. You can only be parked. Like if you were to park at the RV camps, all you got is like 5 days. You were to park at the campground, all you got is 5 days. You can't park on the street, right?
what?
Yes. But then
That
here's the
is
thing too. In
crazy.
certain states and in certain jurisdictions, it would be considered educational neglect because your kids are not in school. So it's been like a tit for tat with how the government can kind of like impose parenting guidelines when it comes to you and your kids. And there is like federal statutes that says that the government can't do that. But I mean, shit, they find every single way to infringe on our privileges and immunities. So
Unless it sounds like it's so severe and the person is willing to testify and write up a declaration saying, hey, I witnessed this person treating this child, mistreating this child, neglecting this child, they're going to ask for photos. They're going to ask for video. They're going to ask, how do you know? How do you know them? Do you know their names? If you had called from Canada, you would have been questioned with all of these questions and you would have had to testify to visuals. And so this is why NativeVibez wouldn't have been a candidate for this to go out and happen. Not only that, if she is in a mobile situation and she's moved around, I don't even see how they would have, come and knocked at her door. Initially, they'll come and knock on the door. They'll leave a card, a business card. They'll come several times before they believe that the situation is severe enough to have a warrant. On that warrant, you'll have a date and time, you'll have the details of the situation, and, for them to have access and speak to the children. That still does not constitute removal. Now, I don't know if they've only gone and seen her, but that accusation is pretty outlandish. But if she says that she has seen a report, there may have been cause for removal, and it has nothing to do with NativeVibez because she's from out of state and she wouldn't have been able to provide details like that unless she actually knew where she was. You know what I'm saying?
I'm out of country. Never mind the state.
Yeah, I would like to add to that because I live in Ohio. Hi. Over here, it's the same thing. Unless you have a witness, like we have mandated reporters. I'm sure every state does. But like if you have a witness, they might check it out, even if you don't have like physical evidence, right? So you would have to cite or whatever. You and the witness would have to write the report in and be like, hey, we witnessed this, right? As proof of that. And yes, they do try to contact you either through mail or they will call you on your phone. So you would have to give them a number for contact to let them know that they're coming out and checking out that place, unless it is like DV, any other type of abuse or negligence, which is a type of abuse, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what I was curious about.
I just zoomed in on Jazzy's screenshot. She didn't even say my name Beforall. She said, yeah, they went looking for my husband where we used to live.
Okay.
In my husband's house where we used to live. Like she didn't mention my name at all in that screenshot, that supposed receipt that Jazzy put up.
Yeah, and that's another thing. So she has never encountered she's never encountered CPS.
Is that your phone?
It doesn't sound like she actually talked to CPS, but to go out and say that there's already an accusation, to make it sound like the children were contacted, to also say that she's got a report. That I want to see all of that. I would like to see all of that because all of that information would be there, for you to make such an accusation that NativeVibez actually did something like that.
Right. So unless she actually made contact with CPS, I don't really see how she didn't get any information as to why they're being contacted. But that is interesting. That was my last question. Thank you so much for letting me up on your panel. I'm going to drop down now.
So, sorry, I was having technical difficulties. So the receipt doesn't even say my name, and it looks like they are just assuming that it was me. There's nothing solid saying that I did it.
Yeah, I think that they're just trying to villainize natives. They're already saying we're racist, but you know the things that they are doing are very anti-indigenous racist, and we don't want it to get there. You know, if it was a mistake, if it was a misunderstanding, which it sounds like it's a huge misunderstanding, then let's start over clean. You know, let's get this cleared out and aired out and correct the misinformation. You know, that's the
I
main
don't
point.
think they want that, though. I really don't think they want that. It doesn't put money in their pockets. You know what I mean?
Well, if they don't want that, that's pretty disgusting. But I mean, we're talking about children here being removed from their parents, and in working in decades, you know, against, you know, people. My people get picked on a lot for foster care and for removal of children, just simply because of the circumstances of poverty. It's like, you know, okay, there's 4 kids and only 2 bedrooms. Well, you know what? It's not very different from where we live under our indigenous, you know, cultures for thousands of years. You know, why is our culture being attacked? Why is our poverty class being attacked? Why, you know, if that's such a, you know, huge thing where, they think that children are being neglected, and you know, it's not. It's on a case by case thing. It's being turned on us right now, for clout and for money making purposes. That's really sad and disgusting.
It is disgusting. I am so disgusted. And they don't care. I'm just gonna say that they don't care.
Yeah, I'm really saddened by the situation, especially because I've seen a lot of families. I'm happy that I've helped a lot of families get reunited and stay under the court system, but I'm even more brokenhearted about the ones that I couldn't help, because at the end of the day, it's the kids that suffer. And to falsely accuse someone of making a false Child Protective Services report against them without having any proof, you know, if you've got that report, I'd love to see it. I'll show you where it says, you know, who the first contact was about the complaint. You know, I'll sit down with you. No jokes aside, no, you know, I have no ill will against, you know, you or Jazzy or anybody. I will help you guys. And I have contacts in other states. I can have, you know, free representation of attorneys to help you protect your kids if you're willing to talk to me. But don't make these false accusations against, you know, especially an Indigenous woman. You know, we already have it really hard as it is. And we already donate and give everything we can for free. You know, I just don't know. I don't know how else to fix this, but the false accusation does need to stop. If you don't have proof, you know, vibes, I don't know if you're willing to forgive and forget, but let's just start clean, apologize, and move on from this.
Like I said, I'm not gonna let her forget what she did about the residential school children. See, even when I said that, you see how she turned it around and said, "What? You're gonna make my life a living hell?" Like, they just want to misconstrue words. I said, that's not what I said. I'm not going to let you forget what you did.
Oh, you're good, Willow.
They don't.
See, and I can understand that
I
perspective.
don't believe that they want to fucking do a truce. It doesn't put money in their pockets, legal. Not one bit.
And I can understand that perspective, especially for people that have family that went through the residential schools and stuff like that. Just because it is very traumatic. When people are talking out their ass for something and they're being real insensitive, like that's kind of hard to come back from.